In today's world, social media is almost a given for anyone with a smartphone. From teens to adults, everyone seems to have a presence online, from Instagram posts to TikTok dances. But when it comes to George Clooney and his family, social media is a no-go zone for his kids. The actor, known for his charm, wit, and incredible career, is also quite the thoughtful parent, especially when it comes to raising his twins, Ella and Alexander, with his wife Amal Clooney. George Clooney's refusal to let his kids use social media isn't just a personal decision, it's a principled stand on the risks of digital exposure. He's publicly stated that he's deeply concerned about the effects of social media on young people, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to shield his children from the pressures and dangers that come with it. So, why exactly does George Clooney want to keep his kids offline? The actor has expressed his worries about the harmful effects social media can have on mental health, particularly for young children and teenagers. Studies have shown that excessive use of platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok can lead to anxiety, depression, and issues with self-esteem. For Clooney, these concerns hit home. He knows how easy it is for children to be exposed to online bullying, inappropriate content, and unrealistic beauty standards, all of which can severely impact their self-worth and mental health. With all of this in mind, George and Amal Clooney have made the decision to keep their kids' lives as private and protected as possible, especially from the digital world. It's not just about the dangers of online interactions, though. Clooney has also mentioned how social media encourages people to constantly share every detail of their lives, leading to an unhealthy obsession with seeking validation through likes and comments. This relentless quest for approval can harm a child's sense of individuality and independence, which Clooney strongly wants to avoid for his children. As a father, George Clooney is committed to protecting his children's privacy. Celebrities, especially those as high-profile as Clooney, often face challenges when it comes to keeping their families out of the public eye. It's easy for the press, fans, and even social media influencers to focus on their children, and this can create a lot of unwanted attention. For Clooney, shielding his kids from the public eye goes beyond just controlling what they share online. He's made it clear that he wants his children to have the freedom to grow up without being scrutinized or molded by the opinions of others. He wants them to experience childhood in a way that's as close to normal as possible, free from the pressures of living up to the expectations of social media. At the same time, Clooney has been outspoken about how he's witnessed the negative impact that constant media scrutiny can have on both young and older celebrities. He doesn't want his kids to deal with the same challenges and, instead, wants them to be able to live in a space where they can freely develop their own identity without constant public judgment. It's important to note that George and Amal are not completely opposed to technology or the internet. They're just selective about how they allow it into their children's lives. While their kids might not have social media accounts, they certainly still have access to educational tools, apps, and technology that can help them learn and grow. In fact, George has spoken about the benefits of technology when used responsibly. But there's a clear distinction between using technology for educational purposes or creativity and the pressures of sharing every moment on social platforms for validation or attention. Clooney is simply trying to ensure that his kids have the space to enjoy their childhood without the distractions and mental toll that social media can bring. George Clooney's approach to raising his kids without social media is reflective of a larger conversation about boundaries in the digital age. Many parents today are wrestling with how to balance technology in their children's lives, especially when so much of their social interactions take place online. Social media isn't going anywhere, but there are definitely ways to approach it with caution and intention. In a world where many kids have access to devices at younger ages, Clooney's stance serves as a reminder of the importance of being mindful about digital exposure. By setting boundaries and teaching children about the potential dangers of social media from a young age, parents like Clooney are making choices that prioritize their children's long-term well-being over short-term trends. For Clooney, this decision is rooted in love and protection. As a father, his priority is to create an environment where his children can be children, free from the distractions and pressures that often come with the digital world. And while the world around them becomes increasingly more connected, Clooney's commitment to their privacy is a statement on how important it is to preserve the innocence and simplicity of childhood. As we've seen, George Clooney's decision to keep his kids away from social media is rooted in love and a commitment to protecting their well-being. With so many risks associated with social platforms, it's refreshing to see a celebrity who is willing to take a stand and prioritize their children's mental health and privacy. It's a reminder that, sometimes, less is more, and in this case, it's all about giving children the space to grow, learn, and experience life without the weight of the digital world. What do you think about George Clooney's decision to keep his kids off social media? Do you agree with his approach, or do you think kids should have more freedom online? Let us know in the comments below.